Hi, this is Jeanne from the LaGrange Public Library coming to you remotely. And today I'm making an ice bowl. I'm going to show you the finished product. It has flowers and citrus. And this one I made last night, first attempt, feeling pretty proud. I'll show you this again at the end. For now, I'm putting it in a Ziploc bag into a cooler so it doesn't melt by then. And here are your supplies needed. The idea, by the way, of an ice bowl is decorative. If you use non-toxic flowers or use citrus, fruits cut up, be creative. You could use other materials too, paper shavings, whatever. But if you're using it to put food in, like shrimp or something chilled, then definitely go non-toxic. If you're just doing it for decorative purposes and it's out of the way of youngsters and pets and all that, then pick whatever you like. Okay, so this is my sink. Rather than bringing you all over, I'm just using a big platter and something to absorb the water I'm going to spill. 2 bowls. This is my cat's water dish that I stole. And I'm just using what I have on hand in my home. And then this is just a smaller bowl that goes inside. And the important thing is that the smaller bowl and the larger bowl have about at least a 1/2 inch difference in width to give it room to form the bowl that you're making. And you could also use Pyrex bowls. And because I use these, if you have it without the rim, you might want to do that. Mine ended up with some glue in it, but that's okay. And you need duct tape. I have 3 pieces cut. Any tape actually that's sturdy will do. And I have my little flowers ready because I like the look of the first one I did. And I have lemon cut up. If you have big bowls like this, you might want to do magnolias or something more bold. See what your neighbor has. See what you have. I have a couple rocks on hand. I like collecting rocks, and they may come in useful. I did use them last night. Okay, and I've got my water ready. That's it. You just need your 2 bowls, tape, and whatever you're using to accentuate the ice. Just adding some flowers or citrus. So I've got my big bowl, bigger, and then I'm going to put some of the flowers that I have inside. And by the way, I cut myself doing the ice thing because I did not use 2 Pyrex bowls. So if you do use glass, please be careful and use not decorative glass bowls. Use real bowls that are okay to stick in the freezer. Okay, lesson learned. You saw Mary telling you on her craft video, don't use the yogurt container. This is me telling you don't, but if you do, be careful. Use the right glass containers. Okay, so, and then I'm going to put some citrus in there. So just as I tip, it'll rearrange, but just arrange it how you think looks artistic and pretty, and as much or as little as you like. I think that less is more. I like the look of mine. You may prefer to have it totally filled in or more filled in. Okay, I'm saving some pieces because I'm also going to stick them inside of the edges of the bowl, not just on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to put in my 1/2 inch of water at this point. Just enough to cover what you put in there, really. And it's going to float, and you could kind of rearrange it again. Sorry, it's hard to see all that, I know. If I tip it too much, It's all going to fall out. Okay, and then you're going to kind of hold the other bowl over and, oh, I'll get my tape ready. So put the tape inside of the smaller bowl, and 3 different spots should be enough. If you're using bigger bowls, maybe you would want to do more. And the idea is that you are going to make the 2 bowls level at the top. So that's what the tape is for, to hold it up to make the inside and the outside one level. Okay, so now I'm arranging them how I want. And I'm going to kind of hold this over. It's a little tricky. Do this over a sink, obviously. And things are definitely moving around down there, but that's okay. I'm filling it, and as I'm filling it, I'm kind of looking to see how far up the water is rising, and I still have room for more. And if I go over, it's okay. I'm prepared. All right, so it's almost full. I'm going to add my side pieces. I don't get to arrange them as much as I would like, but you know, it's art. It's the element of surprise. It's not just your vision. But they are kind of floating along the side, and then some of the ones I know now through experience that I put at the bottom actually stay at the bottom, which the bottom is not like a bowl, like it's ice. So you're going to see it from the top. It's beautiful all the way around. Okay, and then tape the bowls, making them level. This is definitely going to spill over. That's okay. And so they're pretty much level. It's a little bit floating up. Yesterday, this is where I used my rocks. Oh, and then also make it so the tape holds the 2 bowls sort of so that little gap is about even all the way around, just so that your bowl comes out more even, not thick on one side. And oh, okay. I am going to add a dry piece of tape. So just have more duct tape on hand. All right. Good. And once it's in the freezer and it starts to freeze, you could peek in on it and all and see, but the tape helps. It's probably not as necessary as you would think. Things seem to kind of float and even out. Okay, there is nothing more to add to this. Stick it in the freezer overnight. Walk gently over to your freezer so you don't spill it all over. And the next morning, when you, or however many hours later, if you just do it during the day, pull it out of the freezer, let it sit on the counter for this size dish, which is maybe about 5-6 inches wide. I think it was about 20 minutes. If you use a bigger bowl, it may take longer. When that water kind of spilled over into the center as I was lowering this, that was a good thing, because when I see it melting, that little bit there that I can actually see, it sort of indicates to me like, oh, it might be time to try to nudge them apart. And that's what you do. Like, you just see at what point are you able to lift, and then you would, without it being frozen, I'm just going to demonstrate that you would lift it out. So you got to kind of work it, and like, you'll know when it's time to lift out without it being too melted, because it will be melted a little bit. And you'll remove that, and then you'll take, oh, and sorry, actually, so the ice was stuck to this bottom one, and then I flip this over, and and then I let it melt a little bit more. And I've read and heard that you could just like empty it over and it should come out. I actually just kind of pushed it along a little bit, like nudged it just the way I did nudging this out of the bigger bowl. It worked for me. It'll work for you. I'm not super crafty. My sister sent this idea. She made a beautiful one. She is very crafty. I did this. You could do this. And it's beautiful. And like I said, mine got a little bit of blue. It would have been better if I had a different bowl. Look how pretty it is. All right. That's it. You can make your own ice bowl. Have a Zoom party. Make something classy to bring to it. And put it in your ice bowl. And you will make all other people that you're interacting with happy. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.